Today is the 15th meditation session for us. We have covered all this 15 sessions, what to meditate. We have seen different Upanishads. The first three were simple meditations for how to meditate. Simple instructions were given. Then from 4th onwards till the 14th, we have seen different Upanishads. Keno Upanishad, Mundak Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad, Katho Upanishad, Aitareya Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, and then we have seen Taittiriya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, and today we are going to see Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And in today's session, so my idea of these meditation sessions is twofold. One is to give you glimpses, introduce you to what is Upanishads, because those are the real sources of knowledge. What we study is books written by teachers on the essence of the Upanishads. Even Bhagavad Gita is nothing but the essence of the Upanishads. But I want to give you glimpses of Upanishads and the essence of those Upanishads, so that whatever they are revealing, we slowly try to understand. This meditation of today is based on Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, very beautiful Upanishad, the biggest Upanishad among the 10 top Upanishads, where Shankaracharya has written a commentary. In that Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a third chapter in which there are 12 sections, and these Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is very famous because it talks about a king called as Janaka, who was a very, very intellectual king, and he used to invite all the scholars of Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya to his palace, and he used to have a debate, and he used to watch the debate. He used to see who is the winner, and then he used to give them a prize in gold coins. And these gold coins, he used to put them in the horns of different cows, and then he used to say, I will give you 1,000 cows, I'll give you 1,000 kilograms of gold, 1,000 grams of gold, whatever it is. So basically, a lot of intellectuals used to come to his palace, and they used to argue with each other, and then one will defeat the other. In this 8th section, there are 12 verses, and in this particular section, you find a lady who comes. Her name is called as Gargi. She comes and debates with a very well-known teacher of Atma Vidya called as Yajnavalkya. And she says that if you don't answer my question correctly, your head will be blown off. That means you will be defeated. I will be the powerful who can collect all the cows and who can collect all the gold from the king. She is a very, very powerful in this knowledge. And she says, I'll give you a gist of, so that you can understand this verse more easily. The gist is, she says, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. The first question she says is, tell me, this whole world which you see before you is pervaded by what? That means, what is behind this world which we see? That is the first question she asks Yajnavalkya. And normally a person will not know this. So he thought Yajnavalkya doesn't know. He's just a simple man. He's just, he is not a scholar. So she asks, she says, the first question to you is, tell me what is behind this seen world. Then Yajnavalkya says, I know very well this. What is there in this world? There's nothing. This world is only manifest. What is there behind the world is unmanifest. So that is the answer he gives. Unmanifest matter. What you see is the space. So her question is, what is beyond the space? What is beyond the five elements? What is beyond the five, the sense objects which you see? That was the question. The answer to that question, what is beyond the heaven and earth? The heaven and earth is seen. I mean, they say, okay, beyond, whatever is beyond, above the earth is called as heaven. What is below the earth is called as hell. So what is beyond the heaven and earth is that's what is my question. What is external universe pervaded by? So there, Yajnavalkya gives a simple answer. Yes, there is unmanifest universe. This whole universe which you see, there is another form to it which is called as unmanifest form. The unmanifest appears and then it disappears. Appears and disappears. So this is the question number one. Then the second question she throws at Yajnavalkya. She says, now you tell me, yes, okay, I accept there is an unmanifest matter. Matter consists of manifestation and unmanifestation. So this is the knowledge we also should gather from this particular verse. That all what is seen as Drishyam has got two states, manifested and unmanifest. Vyaktam, avyaktam. In Sanskrit, it's called Vyakta state means manifestation. Avyaktam means unmanifest. Vyaktam means it becomes manifest in waking state. Avyaktam means it becomes unmanifest in the dream and sleep states. Now, the next question is from Gargi, very, very sharp lady. She says, now you tell me unmanifest, okay. Then she says, what is the unmanifest? What pervades the unmanifest? That means, do you know there is something which pervades the unmanifest matter, which is beyond time, which is beyond time, past, present, future? For that, Yajnavalkya gives this answer. He says, what pervades unmanifest matter is never seen, but is the witness, is never heard, but is the hearer. It is never thought, but is the thinker. It is never known, but it is the knower. There is no other witness, there is no other hearer, thinker, except this immutable principle. So what we should understand from this verse is this: there is one unifying principle, which is called as Brahman, which is immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? The direct meaning of immutable means it is changeless. Indirect meaning of immutable means it is without decay. There's no decay, there is no change, therefore it is called as immutable. This Brahman or pure awareness principle is immutable. It is never seen. My eyes can never see this pure awareness because it is a witness. My ears cannot hear this awareness because it is the hearer behind the ears. The seer, hearer, thinker, knower is all one unifying principle, which is called as Atma, which is also called as Brahman. Now, this unifying pure awareness principle is a sentient being. It is our own nature, and it is the nature of the entire universe. It is only ekam, it is only one. Universe comes and goes, bodies come and go, they get manifested, they go into unmanifest condition. Unmanifest condition can happen in either sleep state or during death or during pralayam, when the whole creation goes away. But I, the pure awareness, am always existent. That is the teaching behind this verse. This Brahman or Atma is the internal ruler of the entire universe. It is the principle, it is the one immutable principle which has been in existence throughout time, past, present, and future. I must know this principle in me, in this body, this principle exists, which is without decay, without change. Body manifests seen and it goes to unmanifest in the other states. This internal ruler or pure awareness is within all. It is interior as well as exterior. It is one without a second. There is no second consciousness. That is the essence of this teaching of Yajnavalkya to a brilliant lady called as Gargi. If you want to know more about this, you can go back to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, you can read this verse and its meaning. You can read the entire Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which is a lot of debates, people who are interested in debating, then they can go through these beautiful Upanishad called as Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So my objective today was just to introduce you to one aspect of the changeless, undecaying nature of Atma, which is called as immutable. It's a word which occurs in Vishnu Sahasranam also. It is imperishable is another word which is used for immutable. Aksharam. Chapter 8 of the Bhagavad Gita is also explains the same immutable nature. With this, we'll start our meditation session today. Please close your eyes. I observe my breath. At the tip of the nostrils. This body is breathing without my will. There is an internal ruler in this universe. Which controls the breath. The same principle controls the activity of the cosmos. pure awareness consciousness. He is the self of all. Body has decay and 6 modifications. I am the pure awareness principle. Without decay. I existed before the birth of the body. As pure awareness. I will continue to exist after the death of the body. As pure consciousness. Even now, I am that pure awareness. I am the hearing principle behind the ears. I am the seeing principle behind the eyes. I am the knowing principle behind all the thoughts of the intellect. I am immutable. Changeless. The 3 states of waking, dream, and sleep belong to the mind. By my mere presence, I enliven the mind. Om Asato Ma Sádgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I am the seer of the thoughts in my mind. I become aware of my breath again. Gently open your eyes. Before we go into the Q&A, I have one small announcement. This is regarding our WhatsApp group. There have been a lot of exchange of postings, conversations by a lot of people, and we have improved the knowledge portion amongst all the participants of these classes. Some of you have explained to me that they are interested in only the class lectures. Many of you have told me they're also interested in the postings, and some of you have told me that they are interested in exchanging conversations about some aspects of what we learn. So keeping this in view, I have formed two other groups. One group is led by Abhilash, who is based in Manila, Philippines. He has started a group called as Conversations, Atma Conversations, Advaita Conversation. So for those of you who are interested, who have already not joined that group, please, you can join the group. Contact Abhilash. His numbers are there in the We have already exchanged the information of how to join the group before. So people who are interested to go a little bit more deeper, exchange information about what we are learning about the Advaita teaching, and you want to discuss some salient features, you can join the group called as Advaita Conversation Group. The second group is led by TV Murli from Delhi, who has circulated today a group called as Divine Course. So this group, Murli will be looking at only quotations from different texts written by Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Chinmayananda, Vivekananda, Paramahamsa Yogananda, Jiddu Krishnamurti, Nisar Gadatta Maharaj. Then there are other authors like Eckhart Tolle, then Namkhai Norbu Rinpoche. All these are all different people who have written a lot of information, and they have given quotes, and there is a lot of interest among our group members who are interested to exchange these quotations. So they are all, we have formed a new group today. It's called as Divine Quotations Group. So you can contact Murli for this. You can contact Abhilash for the conversations part of it. You can still remain in the group. Our group, the ID for the Zoom presentation will remain the same all the time. So you can elect to be in the group. You may not be in the group. You can still attend the classes. The main WhatsApp group which I circulate is mainly for broadcast of the class details, and that is purely for exchange of videos related to the classes. All other information can be exchanged with the other two groups. If you have any questions, you can call these two members of the group directly, or if you want to join the group, you can write to them, you can send a direct WhatsApp to them. The details have already been posted in both the groups of the Wednesday class as well as the Saturday class. If you still have any doubts about the teaching, if you want to write to me directly, you are free to write to me directly. Or if you want to know how to study, if you want to discuss that I want to devote, say, 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day. I have studied so and so things. I want to discuss with you, what do I study in future? Many of the students have come to me asking these questions directly. If you want to discuss, you can come and discuss directly. So I hope the communications now has been streamlined, and going forward, we'll have a better communication with the group members. Who is interested in the conversations, joins the conversations. Who is interested in both, they can join both the groups. Or some people who don't want to join any of these groups, they just want to have the class information. You can remain with the same group and get the class details. If you have any other further doubts on these things, you can always write to me or ask me questions. With that, we will just I'll open up the chat box and see if there's any questions on today's class. There's only one question. Where is the Maya Shakti located in our own mind? Is it in our own mind or outside? Further, are we then bound by our own prarabdha? With self-effort, with the self-will effort, powered by Shravanam, Mananam, Nidhisanam, we are breaking power of the Avarna Shakti of Maya. Okay, they are very, very fundamental questions for Vedanta, very, very big topics in Vedanta. I will answer to some extent. To a very large extent, Shama, you will have to wait for the other classes which we will be having. because the questions you are asked is all very advanced questions. They are all dealt in advanced Vedanta texts. Question number 1. Where is the Maya Shakti located? Good question. It's got a simple answer, and it has also got a very detailed answer. The simple answer is yes, the Maya Shakti is nothing but our mind. Our mind itself is called as Maya Shakti. If you look at our mind, it has got two functions. The first function is our mind covers our nature in sleep state, because in sleep state, this body is, waking body is covered. That there is a Shakti, this Nidra Shakti or whatever you call it, there is a Shakti which the simple answer is, I'm telling you there are two answers. The simple answer is it's the mind. The Maya Shakti itself appears as the mind and then disappears in sleep state.
Yes.
That is why we say this Maya is something which appears and disappears, appears, disappears. In sleep, I don't experience my mind. And in waking state, I experience my mind tremendously. It's so powerful. I get carried away by it the whole day. It is like it whips me throughout the day. Come on, go here, read there. I want that. I want this. It's just all the turbulences of the mind is nothing but Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti consists of Rajogunam. Rajas. It is the Rajas aspect which we experience in our waking state completely. And all the memories, all the thoughts, all the willpower, all this is nothing but the Rajas.
Right.
The Rajas means it is the Shakti of Maya. It is the Shakti of Devi. You see, we all pray to Devi in our at individual homes and in temples. We pray to that Shakti, Devi. When we go and pray to Devi, means we pray to this Maya Shakti which is in me, in this body.
Yeah.
Vedanta is only trying to make us understand the reality and this Maya Shakti. So the first question is Maya Shakti located in our mind? Actually, it is not located, it is the mind.
Okay.
Okay? It is not outside or inside the mind, it is the mind.
Okay.
And who am I? I am the consciousness which is the holder of this Maya Shakti.
Yeah.
I am in my presence, this Maya Shakti comes. In my presence, this Maya Shakti goes. That means my presence here means in the presence of Atma, in the presence of pure awareness, consciousness, this mind, this Maya Shakti comes and goes.
Yeah.
Therefore, in meditation, in your personal meditation, when you sit down, if you tell this sentence that I am the one who gives the existence power to this mind, then it is a tremendous, it's a terrific meditation.
Yeah, but even that, how far? How far am I controlled by some power outside, or is it only by my own willpower?
You see.
Who is
then the next question.
Making,
the next question of your the next following question which you have asked is another important factor. Are we bound by our prarabdha?
Yes.
As long as you are identified with this body and mind, we are all controlled by prarabdha.
Okay. Okay.
The moment I say I am having problems,
okay,
means I am controlled by this prarabdha.
All right.
That means you are already identifying yourself with the body as body. Yes, 100% we are controlled by prarabdha. We cannot escape.
Okay.
The only way we can come out of this identification is to say, I am the Sakshi, I am the self. Then what happens is this prarabdha has absolutely no control over you, the consciousness.
Excellent, yeah. Get it.
Therefore, the shifting of the identification is the real solution for all our sorrows.
Yeah.
You identify with the self, then you have no problems. You just say, I am the Sakshi.
So completely confront it with the saying, no, I am the Atman, and you just keep quiet.
Yes, that's correct. You just tell yourself, I am the Atman, I am the pure consciousness. Keep reminding yourself, I am the Sakshi. You will find the mind disappear. I give you guarantee. It is not my guarantee, it is the scripture's guarantee.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It says very clearly, the moment you identify with your own consciousness, the Maya aspect is controlled, automatically controlled. This is what the scriptures say, and you can test it yourself, and you will find that you will find, yes, I am able to do it. Yeah. But then this I am able to do it remains for a few seconds, because the prarabdha affects is so heavy, the power is so heavy, immediately it will throw you overboard.
Yes.
Again you will get lost. Again you will get lost. Again you have to pull back the mind and just say, come on. Again you went off out of my control. Again the Maya Shakti got control of the body and mind. So this is what Lord Krishna says in the 6th chapter. Again and again, we try to withdraw the mind and remain as Sakshi. Again and again, release the mind and remain as Sakshi. This is what is the practice of Upasana.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the sum of your answer about willpower powered by Shravanam Manam. Yes, with Shravanam, your willpower will go up, because the mind gets the strength from the scriptures. It is a tremendous strength which you can build up only from scriptures, nothing else.
No doubt, yeah.
Okay, so the more you listen, the more willpower you will get to control and say, I am Atma.
And in that regard, about listening to scriptures, to try and keep it more and more to the original scriptures,
yes,
rather than kind of getting lost into commentaries or various.
You're right. That's why after Drigdrishya Viveka, I plan to start the Bhagavad Gita. After Bhagavad Gita, I'm going to do the Upanishads, and then I'm going to take one text which is called as Vichara Sagara. That is the last text I'll be doing for the spiritual study.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So this is how the program is, and let's see if we go. It depends on the students, on participants, if they are interested. See, we will take a call at the end of Drigdrishya Viveka. People want to continue, we'll take up the Gita.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I must leave now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else has any question? Bolo. All right.
In the earlier verse, you were saying that in the sleep state or in the deep sleep state or whatever, when we are, do we anytime feel that are we dead or alive or something like that during this two state of sleep?
Yeah, during the sleep state. What's your question? Are we dead or
do we feel like that?
No. We are alive. Very good question. See, in the sleep state, we are alive, but we are experiencing the unmanifest body and mind and the world. That is what you should understand. This body, mind has got two states. Two states means it is seen. Seen means जब हम आँखों से देखते हैं ना, so that is called as manifest. When I see through my eyes, it is called as manifest. suppose I'm sleeping, I don't see this world. I don't see. I means what? I am there. All of us will say that the body may be there, body may not be there, but nobody will say I am not there. So when you say body is, it is not body is dead. Body is in a potential condition. So body, you see, suppose you say I am dead, that means next day morning you will not be awake now. See, till the body is there, there is a prarabdha, there is some phalam which you are supposed to get, that is controlled by God. So God will control the breath in your body. Till the body is there, God will control, make sure that you are breathing. So that is left to God. It is we are only in potential condition. That means next day morning again we'll wake up. But in death, what happens is the mind drops this body and then it takes another body. That is the difference between death and sleep.
But at times sometimes we tell people that, oh, this fellow has passed away in his sleep.
Yeah, that when you say this fellow has passed away, it means that the soul, which is the mind in this body, which was there acting as the doer, karta, bhokta, runner. He went to classes. He lived 70 years. All that refers to the mind. So this mind which was there with this soul which was in this body has left this body and it will be taking another body. That's all. Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you. Because I was confused between the.
Yeah, don't worry. So the death is different, sleep is different. Okay, there's one more question from Anurag from Bombay. He is asking, in reference to this state of deep sleep, could you explain to us about causal body? Okay, causal body is the state in which I identify with the sleep condition of the mind. That means the mind undergoes three states: waking, dream, sleep. In the waking state, I, the consciousness, identify with my mind and I identify with the gross body. So waking state is very clear. Dream state, what happens? I identify with my subtle body, which means my identification is only with my mind at that time. The sense organs, the body and the universe are not there. That is the difference between gross body and the waking and dream.
Right.
Now, your question is related to the causal body.
Right.
Causal body is called as the seed state of the jiva. It is the state in which the jiva experiences the unmanifest condition of the body and mind, and that state in which the jiva is there, the same jiva who was there in the waking state, he is there, and that state is called as the seed state. The seed state is the sleep state. From that seed state only the subtle body comes up and enjoys the dream. The gross body comes, enjoys the waking. That seed state, there are two interpretations for the seed state. One interpretation by some scholars, they say the seed state is nothing but a vritti, a thought.
Okay.
And the thought is, they say the thought is, I don't know anything. It is a thought in the mind.
Right.
And this thought is witnessed by consciousness.
Okay.
As long as you are in deep sleep state, this is the thought, and consciousness is experiencing this thought of the mind. Individual mind has a thought, a vritti. Now this vritti is being seen by the consciousness, by the witness sakshi.
Right.
Now, why do they say that this is happening? Because when you wake up, you say, I experience nothing. Now, they say, I experience nothing is a thought which was there in sleep, but the same thought you're recognizing in the waking state. You're cognizing that thought which was there when it was in the sleep state. I don't know anything is a thought, is a vritti.
Yeah, so I understand the state of deep sleep.
Yes.
But then how is the causal body different from the sthula sharira and the sukshma sharira?
Yes, sthula shariram is purely the body which is made up of annam. It is made up of annamaya.
Yeah.
And that sthula body is what is given off when my prarabdha is over, when after 60, 70 years, karma is over, you say my sthula body is dropped off.
It's connected with the karma.
It's connected with the karma. It is born out of annam. My parents' annam, the essence of the annam of my parents gives me the sthula body. That's all.
Yes.
It is not anything to do with my mind or with my karana sharira.
Absolutely.
Then let's go to the subtle body, which is the mind.
That's effortless, sahajam.
Yeah. Yeah, sahajam. It is effortless. It is there. You see, the mind. It is also a subtle body. It is made up of 5 elements, and it is made up of 5 elements, but 5 subtle elements, and it is also seen.
Right.
It is known. Seen means I know my mind to be angry, to be passionate, to be loving, to be. It is mind which keeps on going through emotions after emotions the whole day.
So the subtle body has the 17 or the 19 parts.
Yes,
that's
the
fine.
subtle body consists of the 17 parts, which is the 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2.
Correct. So I understand that.
Yeah.
So how is the causal body different from the gross body? Or
you see, causal body, you cannot separate it out from the gross body, because the causal body is the cause of the gross body. One is a cause, another is an effect. Gold is the cause, chain, ring are the products of gold.
Okay.
So the causal body, yes, causal body is the cause. Cause means, yeah, it is a cause. And what is the cause? That cause is ignorance. That cause is ignorance. The material content of the causal body in the advanced text, like Vichara Sagara, when you go to the advanced text, they will say the causal body, the content of the causal body is ignorance. Pure ignorance about not the world. It is ignorance about Atma.
Right.
And that ignorance is the source. It is the Maya Shakti. That is this Maya Shakti which throws this subtle body and gross body into the 2 states.
That's why it's the seed.
Okay. Yes, that is why it is called as the seed.
Now I understand.
See, now what we are saying is, I will go beyond this ignorant state and find out who am I.
That's why it's called Ananda, right?
Yes. Now I'm going to go and see that Ananda state which I experienced in my sleep. I want to know what is behind that Ananda. What was reflecting as Ananda in deep sleep state? Everybody says
the Anandamaya Kosh. Yeah.
That is that Anandamaya Kosh. Anandamaya Kosh is nothing else but causal body.
Deep sleep, causal body. Okay, now I get it. Okay.
So
thank you.
Annamaya Kosha is the gross body. The Anandamaya Kosha is the causal body.
Causal body.
In between the 3 other koshas, which is the Pranamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha,
and the Vijnanamaya Kosha.
These 3 constitute the subtle body.
Makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Going beyond this ignorance is enlightenment. Yes, Surinder, you are absolutely right. going beyond the deep sleep state, or whatever we call it as Mula Vidya. This ignorance is also another name, is also called as Mula Vidya. Another name for that is Prakriti. Another name is Maya. Another name is Avidya. If you have read different texts, the same causal body, Karana Shariram, is called in different states. It is also called as Sushupti. So all this is all names, but what really the essence of my nature is Atma, which is the real, always existing principle, and it is the Sakshi of the three states of the mind. If I am able to see for myself that I am that Sakshi, then you can say my spiritual study is over. That's all. The day you say I am the Sakshi of the three states of mind, waking, dream, and sleep are only appearances, nothing else, but it is appearance. That is what is called as Anatma. That is what is called as Mithya. I segregate Atma and Anatma two separately, and I say Anatma doesn't have an independent existence. It doesn't have existence of its own. That is what is defined as appearance, Mithya. What exists all the time, which is always there, is Atma. Sat Chit Ananda is the description of that. And I am that is, once you claim that and keep on saying I am that Atma and I am not the Anatma in your own meditation, whether it is with closed eyes, whether it is with open eyes, you repeat this one thought in your mind, that is enough, and that's the end of your spiritual study. Okay, so that was the Q&A today. Is there any other question from anybody else?
Shekaji and Uma here. I
go one more.
Yeah, Uma, go ahead.
Yeah, with regards to Shamaji's question, you were saying that there were two replies. One is a simple one and one is more complex. Can we hear the second one as well, please? Thank you.
Okay, I think you are too advanced student.
No, I'm just too curious about it. Maybe just a simple one.
Yeah, the simple one I told you is this Maya Shakti is the mind. The more complex one, where is this located? That is the first part of our question. The complex answer to that is the ignorance is located in Brahman itself, in consciousness itself. Because a Chetana Vastu cannot have ignorance. A desk will never say, I am ignorant about myself. And the only consciousness, the only conscious element in the whole universe is nothing else but Atma or Brahman. So what they say is, Aham Brahma Asmi is not known to me, the consciousness principle. Therefore, that ignorance is located in me. I am the Chetana Tattvam. I means here, I'm not talking about the mind now, I'm talking of the pure consciousness. I, the pure consciousness, till today, I didn't know that I am Atma. By this, what I mean is, I didn't know that I can exist on my own as Atma. I always thought I am the body. I always thought I am the mind. And body and mind is now, I understand from the scriptures, is nothing else but a Shakti which is there in me. So, in the second answer, I say that I become an advanced student. I'm no longer the junior student. In Naishkarmi Siddhi class, I said there are two methods by which the Veda teaches in two methods. One for a junior student as Jiva Jagat Ishvara, in that mode, in that model. From that model, I gave the first answer, which is that the mind is nothing else but the ignorance. So that was the first answer. Now you are coming and asking the second method. This is for an advanced student. For an advanced student, we say that ignorance is located in me, the consciousness. And as an advanced student, what happens is, I am 100% convinced that I am Atma. I want to remove my ignorance. I remove my ignorance and I say, I am not going to be ignorant about myself in future. Then what happens? This entire waking which you see is nothing else, is a projection out of me, the Atma. The waking state is a projection, the dream state is a second projection. That's all. These two are both projections from me, the consciousness. This is the answer we give to the advanced student. A person who's more developed, whose mind is more developed, who's able to understand this concept, that I am that pure consciousness. Like, for example, I always say, somebody wakes up in your sleep and says, who are you? At that time, you have to say, I am only pure consciousness. That's all, nothing else. You can't say I'm the body. You can't say I'm the mind. You can't say I'm a part of the world. You can't say the world exists. Nothing. You can just say I am Atma. That's all. That's your answer. So when you take your standard, your viewpoint from the standard, right now the standard we use for the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, the junior student is I am the body. But when you are an advanced student, you say I am the consciousness. That shift is what gives the two different answers. There's more to it in Vichara Sagara, which is a very, very advanced text, which I will be taking for the Wednesday class. You will get a little bit more gist of this, a glimpse of this, what I explained to you now.
Okay, Shekharji. I get that point. Thank
okay. Bhaubai, you had a question?
Yeah, this, earlier in the verse 17, you say that Jiva merged with the Ishvara.
Jiva is equal to Ishvara. Yeah, correct. The Jiva himself is Ishvara, because the moment you say I'm not the body and mind, and you say I am the Sakshi, that is the nature of the Ishvara also. Bhagavan also says he is the Sakshi. That's all. So if you drop the, you say, suppose you say I'm not the body, Babubai doesn't mean he is the body. Babubai doesn't mean he is the mind. Babubai means he is Atma. That's all. He is Sakshi. He is pure consciousness. The nature of Ishvara is also pure consciousness.
But Shekharji, what we understand is only Atma merged with the Ishvara.
Yes, Atma merges with Ishvara means that it's just different words we use. You know, Atma means I who was thinking I'm the body, I drop my identification, I become Atma. Similarly, this Atma, I then say, okay, now this Atma is Ishvara, it belongs to you, finished. That is what is called as merger.
That's why I was confused between Jiva and Atma.
Yeah. So now you're clear? Okay, thank you. Anybody else? If there's no question, then we can stop.
Thank you, Shekharji.
Thank you very much, and we'll continue next week on next Saturday, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, the next class is important because the 20th verse is important. Thank you. Good night.
you, Shekharji. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Shekharji.
Good night. Good night.